Welcome back, guys. We're here, round four. We got a pretty good rogue matchup, so to say, this format. We got Zombie Eldlich on the left in red, and then we got a warrior deck on the right. We don't know exactly if he's playing like a PK deck or if he's playing maybe something towards closer to Infernal, which we did want to see at the beginning, so it'd be interesting to see how this matchup goes.
Yeah, just something with the soul is cool in Rogue.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Sold for President, if you guys know where that's from. You know, is that a Red Eyes fusion?
Yeah, and
Oh,
Ash.
That's huge, especially if he's playing a combo deck, because now he can't even
Yeah.
play. Wow, his opponent just literally went first twice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was just a swift, like, I know what I'm ashing, I'm stopping your Red Eyes fusion, you're not playing.
Yeah, I think that's Black Awakening.
Black Awakening is a good card in his deck because not only does it give him Lord, but it makes his Sanguines and his other cards be able to access different types of zombies from his deck.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he plays a plethora of Unizombie, Mizuki, Gozuki, cards like that, Balderok, Glow Up Bloom.
Yeah.
He's getting the full versatility of his deck. And
That's actually really cool.
he tries to do the rivalry with Zombie World Lock on some decks.
Yeah.
That lock is obviously very strong if you don't main back row destruction.
Yeah. Get you a nice cheesy dub.
Yeah, and it's using the utility of the actual Eldlich cards versus just them as a grind engine. He wants to be able to get other effects out of them. Like Unizombie's still a crazy card.
Yeah.
And before it was like a tuner for needle fiber, so
Yeah.
it works very well together.
It's gonna be cool to see both of these decks.
Oh, Gouki.
Oh.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually happy we got this on
Yeah, I'm
stream.
glad we got this. So he normal summoned a Suprex. For those of you that don't know, this card, basically a Marauding Captain, just summon a Gouki out of your hand.
Yeah, the opponent has to read it. So that means he probably doesn't know what any of the
Yeah,
Gokis do.
so this is a pretty good like place to stop them, but any warrior extender here is just really strong, whether it be Durindal, Fireflint,
yeah.
Headbat, that's
Yeah,
another
that's
crazy
really
card.
good.
Yeah, he can't use it later on in his turn, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It looks like he might have a way to stop it, strike, something like that set,
Yeah.
because he was trying to chain to its in-hand effect.
The good thing about the Gokis is even if they do get stopped, like they just search.
Yeah,
Every time it
exactly.
dies,
They
it
float, which
searches.
is great.
Mhm.
And now, I'm not sure if the headbat, I don't know the exact text
Yeah,
on
I'm not
headbat.
sure on the wording.
I don't remember. And in Gouki format, like headbat's in hand effect was hardly used once we got Summon Sorceress out, so
Yeah.
it wasn't even as relevant.
Yeah, popping stuff face up on board just never happened. back
Yeah,
then.
like they could Widow Anchor take your Gouki, but that was like so suboptimal
Yeah.
because you'd most likely already resolved Isolde. I guess this isn't the worst exchange for Dylan because he gets to search rematch off of Suprex, and he most likely pitched a Gouki for the headbat, so he gets away to Assault.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually, I think, if the headbat summons, I think this is kind of best case scenario for him because it made him use one of his interruptions very weakly.
Yeah. Doesn't it have to make the guy lose 800 attack to summon it?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
I didn't know if that would, like, if it lost 800 attack after or before
Yeah.
the summon, so it definitely just depends on the wording of the card. But
Yeah.
still being able to float is really important for the Suprex.
Yeah, he's gonna add rematch.
One thing that's really important is that some people have to play around Ghost Spell now that it's gotten so
Yup.
popular and add the second rematch. So some decks might even be playing 3 rematch in their Gouki deck.
Yeah, it's crazy how we went full circle. Gouki used to play 2, then it wasn't played, and now Bell's being played in Gouki.
Yeah.
Back to 2.
It used to be at 1, it used to be at 2. Like, you
Yeah.
could switch its numbers just really depending on the format, and that's the kind of cool thing about it.
Yeah.
See Orca Scott in the chat right there. I hang out with him a lot in pack streams. Shout out to him. So we see a Scarlet. So this is really big because now he can bring out Balderok. Oh, no, he's setting it. So this is going to be a card that lets him get access to Balderok, or it could also give him access to Banshee, which is just crazy versus this deck.
Yeah, normal summons Unizombie off the top.
Oh, wow. And like, if he plays Omega in his extra deck, I think this is just game. Because he can send Banshee here, make everything zombies.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he can probably actually just go for game here.
He could definitely go for game, especially if he plays a Needle Fiber package as well. Because he could bring out Glow Up Boom from his deck, which is also insane. Because when he sends it to the graveyard, now that he has Banshee, he just gets Balderok out of his deck.
Yeah. And like also if he's playing multiple Lord, he could have just sent brought back attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, synchro then attack, but it'd be game. A lot of ways to get it here.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like he's making anything but zombies this turn, but that's fine. If he can just make the Vampire Sucker, that card's really strong too.
Yeah. That's just game 2.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the Lord and Conquistador.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have game here in under 5 summons, so even if his opponent does have Nib.
Yeah.
And then the Baldrock is just such a strong card in general.
Yeah. So he's going to be linking.
Okay, Vampire Sucker. And then Vampire Sucker, I think it's 2K. I'm not 100% positive.
1,600, I believe.
I'm not sure. I know for a fact this isn't lethal.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, he could also have White
Yeah.
Destiny set.
Mm-hmm.
White Destiny could be the way he wins this game.
Dylan's just really hoping he doesn't have anything here.
Yeah, but even then, I think Dylan's just out of this game. Access to Banshee and access to Balderrock puts him very far ahead, especially versus a Warrior deck.
Oh, yeah, Zombie World's just game.
Yeah, Zombie World's super strong. I remember, like, versus a Dragon deck as well, like, not being able to make Striker Dragon or not being able to make a Soul Day, it just makes you slow down so much.
Yeah, Zombie World's one of those, like, floodgate field spells.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, you can't tribute summon, like, not that that's going to come up, but imagine if you played against the Monarch player.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my field spell is just going to floodgate you now.
That'd be wild if we saw them play against each
Yeah,
other.
that would have been
round
pretty
one.
funny.
So,
It looks like he just did damage and he's setting the White Awakening, which isn't bad because this gives him access to Balderrock again if he gets cleared or anything like that.
yeah.
Give him access to Unizombie as well.
He can draw Vampire Sucker.
Yeah, Vampire Sucker can just draw him into an interruption as well. And, like, if he does want to still try Needle Fiber plays, they can get back Ash or Unizombie.
Yeah.
Like, that's the cool part about this deck. It's using all the zombie cards to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
Like, some people don't realize Sanguine can summon out Ash or can summon out Unizombie or Mizuki.
Yeah. So Dylan should have a lot of, like, extenders here. Rematch, we know he at least has that.
Yeah, and then we see Gouki Guts come out. This is a kind of cool card because it can't be destroyed by battle.
Yeah.
So it'll let him grind, but since it's in attack position, it's not really that good right now.
Yeah. It's more just a name for the deck as a level 1.
Yeah, and he's definitely just activating the effective Banshee to put Zombie World face up, and then Baldrock's going to banish the Guts.
Yeah. He doesn't know exactly what Gouki does, so he just wants to put up the Zombie World right now just in case.
Yeah, now he also gets to clear the body, so it plays around anything like Fire Flint or like another headbat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's really big because now he doesn't get the trigger effect.
Yep.
We know he does have rematch in his hand, but he's just deciding to scoop. He knows that Zombie World's just a hard counter to his deck.
Yeah.
Now that Ash turn 1 was huge. If that Red Eyes Fusion
yeah.
resolved, I think he could have steamrolled because the Eldlich deck has a hard time like outing the only real out in my opinion I think is the Balderrock because it doesn't target and it banishes it.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was able to do that and then just continue into like Gouki plays the following turn, he would have just been so far ahead since they all float and he has infinite discard because he did have Divine Blade in his hand. Unfortunately, but like that's just free discard for Dragoon every turn.
Yeah, like if you get to start off with Dragoon, then like you get to apply pressure. Next turn, you're gonna have a negate while comboing, and it's just gonna, like you said, snowball.
It's especially versus a slow deck where you can just like put up Dragoon and then know you're not gonna lose the next turn.
Oh yeah, you never have to really be afraid of just losing. Even though he did have game there, he chose not to go for it. He's probably playing around something.
Yeah, he could have been playing around something like maybe DD Crow, because like if his Lord got DD Crow, that would have been kind of big since his kind of whole engine revolves around having Lord on the field.
Yeah, like a Crow or Bell there would have stopped him.
Yeah, that would have been. Bell wouldn't have been as impactful because he could have chained the Balderrock since it is a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have. Yeah, which is really important that some people got to realize that Balderrock triggers off Ash and off Bell as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher, I do agree. Gouki has like a little bit of a worse matchup versus control decks because its boards typically like Appaloosa and like maybe Fog Blades if you're playing Rusty and like Dragoon. So like Dragoon's really the only good card, but you can tailor your board to like better fit the matchup, and you can play like IP in your deck if you want to just go for like a Unicorn play, or you can even like leave Octostretch face up to go like IP to Trisbania if you really need to, and like those are cute things you can do with the deck like Gouki or just Link summons.
Yeah, the deck is very strong. Like, we're going to see him pop off this game.
Yeah, I'm almost... It has so many extended... Warrior has so many good cards. And we've seen that through Infernoble. We've seen that through Gouki, through Dark Warrior, Rongo. Like, every format, there's always, like, some sort of Warrior combo around there because Isolde is so strong. Armageddon Knight, Connector, Dolphin,
Yeah.
like all these cards, and they just keep reprinting more.
Yeah, like Fire Flint Lady, Durandal.
Yeah,
We saw
those
those
cards
come
are
out of
crazy, and it
nowhere.
makes just the red layer become so much better. And
Oh
then
yeah.
Oliver and Renault are really good if you're playing like multiple red layers and fire flints and like a lot of
Yeah.
equip spells.
Also, make sure you guys talk and chat. We're gonna be giving away this token at the end of the round, so make sure to just talk and chat.
Yeah, you
Don't
guys
miss
got
out.
looks like 4 more opportunities to go ahead and win the imposter PPG token, which would be pretty nice. You just got to talk in the chat, and the winner will be chosen at the end of the round.
Yep, we do a giveaway every single round. So if you don't win this round, try to enter next round.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter where you guys are from. We'll be willing to work with you guys to get it shipped out wherever you guys live.
Yep.
It looks like they're finishing up, shuffling up now, so we're gonna get ready to get started back into game 2. Hopefully, Dylan can go first, open up some Gouki cards,
Yeah.
and have his way into a win.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not Red Eyes Fusion Chain Ash Pass.
Yeah, that's the worst thing for these Dragoon decks when like getting Ash when you hard draw the Red Eyes Fusion because it's your only play. Like you don't have back row to fall back on if you're playing like a trap Dragoon deck.
Yeah.
So that really, really hurt.
Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. We
Yeah.
love to see it.
Yeah, we love to see all the support from you guys. We've had a great showing out from you guys today.
Yep.
All the love. It's awesome.
We're gonna be hopping into the match in a second.
Yeah.
They're drawing their opening hands.
There we go. We presume Dylan's going first. No reason for him to try to go second, especially with Zombie World being in his opponent's deck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Best starter in the deck. Summon out Connector.
Yup.
Oh.
Not
Draws
even
Dolphin.
bad. Like, I mean, it sucks, but it's still crazy.
It sucks, but like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then let's see what his hand is. Ooh.
Oh.
The nib. So this is big. So he can tailor his plays around the nib, but he knows what his opponent has. So if he wants, he can just like be cute and make Verte and summon a Dragoon.
Yeah.
If he really wants to play conservatively.
It's gonna go into the assault.
So it looks like he has a way to play through the nib if he decides to combo through it this way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to rip the Unizombie. Ripping the Unizombie would have been really nice because it takes the normal summon out of his hand.
Yeah.
I think the search is also really important, so you can make sure you got a follow up.
Yeah. I mean, there's no ogre in the opponent's hand.
Yeah.
Like, he knows the hand.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Ogre has fallen out of popularity right now since it's not bad versus control decks, but you just rather have like a card like Cosmic or a Trap card or just an Engine card instead of Ogre. Like,
Yeah, we saw Ogre see a lot of play because of Dragon Link, Infernoble, and Zoo. And
Yeah.
all those decks kind of just got way less popular over the last
well,
month.
Zoo probably got more popular, but you don't activate anything turn 1.
Yeah.
Like, the Zoo deck is meant to like beat every meta deck by playing differently.
Yeah. And everyone's playing around it.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Like, if you're just getting played around the whole time, the card's going to be dead.
Yeah.
Same thing with like some formats where Gamma or Ash can just be like bad because people are constantly playing around. Same thing with
Yeah.
Droll. It's just format dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nib is really hard for this deck to play through, unfortunately. But I think if he just made the play into the Verte, summon out Dragoon, it would have been strong enough because he knows his opponent's hand, so he knows what he has to negate.
Yeah. But if he can still just, like, if he had the extenders and he just full combos anyway.
Oh, yeah, he can 100%. Let's see.
It kind of looked like he was looking at Verte.
He might have to summon Verte now and then force the Nib, right?
Yeah.
And he still hasn't used rematch, so let's just say he gets nibbed here, rematches, and then goes like Talons and takes the Nibiru. He can just have everything. And he most likely plays Link Spider in his deck. And if he plays a second Verte, that'd also be crazy.
Oh, yeah. If he plays 2 Verte, he just outplayed.
Yeah, and then he like burns his opponent for 3k also.
Yeah.
Like, and he gets the Link Kribo in the graveyard. Like, that just beats the Lord because Lord's going to try to swing over the Dragoon when it specials from the graveyard, and you just don't have to negate that anymore. So, like, playing the second Verte here would be huge.
Said if Nib was 500 or less attack, then Aqua Dolphin could have sniped it for free. Yeah?
Yeah. I guess it's a good and bad thing that Nib has so much attack, in my opinion. So we see him. He's going to try to combo off. He might just make Cerberus here and get a free draw. No. He's going to make this is the Code Breaker.
Yeah.
The Code Breaker card's good. don't think he can use its effect right now. I think it has to special summon to a
Yeah,
link zone.
yeah, you can't. It has to special summon to a co-link zone.
Okay, so he's just searching off the Goukis, which is good because this way it gives him a follow-up.
Yeah.
I think another good play would have been to at least make Cerberus, maybe if he plays it, to try and get another draw. And he's trying to summon, so
Yeah.
I think we might have to go make sure that that gets fixed.
Yeah, we're just getting this solved with the judge right now, making sure everything's cool, because the Codebreaker can't be summoned to the zone where he summoned it. There's nothing co-linked for him to summon to.
Yeah, so we got that fixed up real quick. Yeah, that card would be really insane if it didn't have to summon to the zone because it's just generic
Yeah.
and it's a package that gets you not a link 2, which is a free monster, which is really strong. Then it makes you a link 3 that gives you 2 more free monsters.
Yeah.
So that's like Rusty with a link 3, or it's a free access code. It just lets you link climb really well, like the Gouki card. So this is kind of like a good stuff deck, and like the OCG would do, but unfortunately it doesn't have like all the tools that we used to.
Yeah.
And unfortunately he's just going to be passing now with the set card and Phoenix Blade in hand.
Yeah, unable to play through the nib.
Or he might be making Unicorn here if he added Phoenix Blade to hand. It doesn't look like he's going to be doing much this turn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seems to be a little flustered by that play.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Sometimes you just know what your lines of play are, and then you're like, okay, this is how this works. Then you forget that you don't have all the right requirements for it since you got interrupted.
Yeah. I think he drew Red Eyes Fusion again.
If he drew Red Eyes Fusion, that'd be super unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, actually, it'd be good.
For the following turn, it'd be really nice. But for like knowing his hand, like
nah, he has rematch and Blade. It wasn't Fusion.
rematch Blade and 2 monsters, Fire Flint and 1 unknown.
Yeah, it kind of looks like another Gouki.
Yeah, maybe Guts. It looked like a level 1. I wonder what this back row is, because this can tell us if he's playing the PK cards or if he's like siding in back row destruction or something. It's just an easy lore target now that we know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly.
That looked like Shade.
Shade. It could have been Shade. I know it was a trap card.
Yeah. He has Suprex in hand. So he does have a lot of extenders for next turn.
Yeah, next turn he's going to have a really good turn, but yeah, he can't use a Solda anymore.
Yeah, under Zombie World, Ice Dragon's Prison.
Yeah, Ice Dragon's Prison is really good. But the thing is, the Ice Dragon's Prison is kind of weird, but good with the Zombie World, because it makes everything zombies, so it's just spot removal for every card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just putting up Zombie World turn 1. He's just making sure, like, his opponent cannot play. And having the Balderrock here because he sent Glow Bloom. Like, it's just looking like there's no way the zombie deck can lose.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, like, imagine if the zombie deck right now just went into a Verte.
Imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, he could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these are the types of engines that could be put in this deck.
Yeah.
They just put him so far ahead, like, or a Needle Fiber, just anything like that. He has a Balderrock as a protection at this point. It's like summoning out Herald, basically. So he's using Scarlet's effect. It looks like he's setting Conquistador, but it could also be Huquero since he knows he has rematch in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Huquero.
Yep.
He's going to use Lord Effect. He might just be going for game.
I mean, he's not far off.
Yeah, I mean, he's summoning a 35 Lord, 3k Nibiru, so that's 65. The Link Spider's only blocking 1,000, so it's 55, and the Balderrock attacks for game. Yeah.
Wow.
He's going to be killing him this turn, and it's definitely going to be under 5 summons, so there's really no way his opponent can stop it. Well, this zombie deck just was able to amount so many resources and just be able to clear its opponent's board, take advantage of Zombie World, take advantage of Balderrock, and all the additional effects of the Eldlich cards that people don't really use.
The nib was so good, too.
Yeah, the nib was perfect. Like, any other hand trap in that position besides, like, maybe Imperm would have been just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's conceding right there. He lost. Wow. That was crazy. Seeing an OTK coming from the control zombie Eldritch deck was really nice. Like, it shows you that the deck not only can like take control of a game through long periods of time, but it can just outright kill you if it needs to.